It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
They're working that left side. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And it's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
To the air, it's Russell. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Anderson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for room, it's Hardy. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Got a man, it's Hardy. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
first drive by the offense. Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics, and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Mendoza. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I want to have consistency in my run game. I tell you what, this is how you do it. You don't have to always make the big play, but if you give it enough time, it's like Novocaine. You keep feeding it, all of a sudden, boom, you make a big play off of it. You can tell the offense stuck with it, and they were rewarded for it.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
It's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And he made the extra point without problem. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold and finds his man on the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Looking down the middle. Connection to the right. It's a running room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
In a world of trouble from the start and a massive loss on that play.
Fourth down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Runs for the tackle. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Off the play fake on first down. Dances away. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
That's a pretty good job by this defense, understanding when that QB breaks the pocket, like, I got to have somebody in secondary continue to kind of pursue the quarterback, but everybody starts to move towards where he's working. He's working towards the right sidelines, and there's nowhere to go with the football, and he just floats that thing out of bounds.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed over the middle, it's Clark. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Hardy. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Alabama quickly back to the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Dropping back, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hardy. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown time. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Mendoza. The quick out. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Wilson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sending the offense back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Throwing right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Trying play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on a first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go right back to it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Grab near the sticks, it's Wilson. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man, it's Brown. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 17 over Arizona State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires it down the seam. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He'll try to take it back. The 10. Touchdown Gators! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The give to the tailback. Oh, better look out! A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Back to throw, it's Russell. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Horton. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And here comes the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Right on the money. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Takes the handoff. It's Clark. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Gators are flying down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On target to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Fitted in the window for the score. Lining up to add another. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Mississippi State has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Trying to find the end zone. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll run the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mendoza. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the sack all the way back at the 5. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. One more play to pad the stats. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.